Hello everyone and welcome to our newest Pokedex entry featuring Venomoth. Now, there's only 2 Venomoth cards in the PTCGO. There are of course more Venomoth cards overall in the history of the game, but there's only 2 available. So I went with this one because it's a nice flashback to a card that used to exist called Slowking from Neo Genesis, I believe, or Neo, some of the Neo series. You should Google that. Because with its ability, it did pretty much the same as the Dissing Wind attack. Whenever your opponent plays a trainer card from his or her hand, they would flip a coin, and if it's tails, the card would have no effect. Now, in the case of Slowking, the card would get placed back into the top of your opponent's deck. In this case, the card just gets discarded immediately without your opponent getting any benefit out of it. So seems like a pretty interesting attack. I am combining the Venomoth with the Decidueye because if we're going to be using that attack to prevent our opponent from setting up and things like that, we really want to start placing some damage counters. And so we have Decidueye for its ability, for its high HP, combines really well with Forest of Giant Plants and can deal a lot of damage. And we also have Lugia in order to deal extra damage. The structure of the deck is pretty much like a Decidueye, like a Decidueye deck, but we have Venomoth instead of the Vileplume line. They both block item cards. Obviously Vileplume is better, but at least we get access to our item cards. Now, I could have built, I could have put Verse Seekers, I could have put other things because I will be free to use item cards, but I generally couldn't fit them. I put in an extra grass energy because Venomoth's attack costs costs a grass energy. The second attack is also pretty good, I would say. 50 for automatic poison and confusion is pretty good. So yeah, we'll try to make the best out of this deck. Try to set up as fast as possible. With no item lock, it should be easier to set up more than like between 2 to 3 Decidueye every game. So hopefully that's a thing. And yeah, let's jump right into the ladder. This is expanded though, because the Venomoth available is expanded, so we are going to be facing off against expanded type decks, which means potentially things like Yveltal with Archeops, potentially Night March, things like that. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But apparently we are up against a mirror match. Sorry, that's my bad. Obviously not a mirror match, but rather he will be Vileplume, I will be just this Decimoth, I guess. Vileplume versus Decimoth. Giving a mulligan to my opponent is not great. Starting Shaman isn't great either, so I'm not sure how useful Venomoth is going to be in this game. Because if he's playing under item lock, then it really doesn't matter. Oh, but never mind, we actually see a Spinarak, interestingly. Well, it could still be a Decidueye deck, but never mind. This is probably Sceptile, as we do see Burbank City Gym, we do see Max Elixirs. My opponent discarded a ton of resources there, and discarding even more right there. 3 Juniper already in the discard pile, a Verse Seeker, and an M. So yeah, there's the Sceptile. Makes sense. That means we might be able to use Venomoth here, which is cool. I'm really looking forward to using Venomoth, and because it is the main focus of the deck, I'm gonna try to find a Floatstone and start using its attack. And there we go, there's a Floatstone, great. I could have used the Level Ball before. Making your deck 1 card thinner when you have 45 cards still left in the deck is not that useful, so it really doesn't matter too much. In a tournament I probably would have done that, but yeah, it's no big deal. So there's the Venonat. My opponent is probably reading the Venonat right now. And let's play the Floatstone and let's play a Sycamore. So hopefully we get the turn 1 Venomoth. That would be cool. And we do. We actually do. But we don't get too much health though. Like no way to set up a potential Decidueye. So I'm gonna find another Shaman, just try to draw a few more cards. Only 3 though, it's very unlikely that we find a whole Decidueye line, but we might be able to get a Rowlet out. Oh wow. Wow, we actually do find a whole complete Decidueye line here. Okay, now the question is, who are we going to target with our Feather Arrow? I feel like I should target Sceptile GX. Yeah, I mean, Shaman is very tempting. Spinnerack, not so much. We're not worried about the poison luck, or the poison rather, because we are grass Pokemon as well. So yeah, let's use Dizzying Wind and let's see what happens here. So now the Verse Seekers, is it item cards or every train? Oh, it's every trainer card. Fails the stadium, there we go. Fails another stadium, oh my gosh. Fails the Juniper. This attack is so broken, guys. This attack is actually broken. Wow, that's 4 tails in a row for my opponent. Wow. Dizzying Wind, guys, it's a thing. Wow. If I were on my opponent's side of the field, I would definitely be raging right now. 4 tails in a row. 4. I mean, the last one obviously didn't matter too much, but the stadium, but especially the Juniper. I wish my opponent had gotten the Juniper heads. That probably would have meant he wouldn't have conceded there, so we could have dragged the game longer. But wow, that was really fun. That was generally really fun. That was generally really fun. Okay, so we lose the coin flip, but that means a potential turn 1 Dizzying Wind like we got earlier. So wow, that was I'm sure that's like the first time ever in YouTube history, maybe in Pokemon history, that anyone has ever used such an attack. Okay, so we get Shaman start once again. Top decking a Forest of Giant Plants would be incredible. Really incredible. Okay, my opponent taking his sweet time. Okay, so we get the Shaman I was hoping for. So let's find the Venomoth. Let's definitely find it. My opponent chose to go second, interestingly. I'm gonna discard both the Decidueyes for a Rowlet. Oh, that's not a Rowlet. Okay, so 1 Decidueye is priced, both Revitalizers are there. 1 TC is priced, that's okay though. My opponent choosing to go second, so he really wants to deal a lot of damage right here. It's very unlikely that we set up 3 Decidueye. Oh, but we get the Forest, that's awesome. Now, if we can find a levelable here, close. Okay, so I will lose. Nah, I won't discard the stadium. I will lose a Dartrix. That's perfectly fine. I mean, just a Decidueye active should be really good for us. We find another. Venomoth right here. And I find a DC. Now, who should I attach the DC to? And should I set up my Decidueye or not? I guess I will. We do need to find Revitalizer as soon as possible. And I mean, I really want to use Dizzying Wind. So I'm going to attach the DC to the Decidueye. I will use my ability. And I'll probably lose the Shaman in the active spot. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Yep, we lose the stadium, so I'm really glad I didn't grab the stadium to discard. Okay, so I was gonna say he discarded an N, which I found interesting. If he had Endos, that would have been amazing, but he did not. He chose to Sycamore instead. Headringer, he could have attached a Headringer. I don't know why he did not. But we'll take it. And another. Okay, so that's 6 Night Marchers in the discard pile already. That is enough to KO the Shaman. Man, can you imagine using Dizzying Wind and then having your opponent whiff on the like not be able to use Battle Compressor to discard their Night Marchers and things like that? That would have been really cool. Okay, so he does get a knockout on my Shaman. That's okay. Fortunately, we will give my opponent an extra card, but I will promote my Venomoth, and hopefully that can set him back a little bit. So before using our ability, let's use, and wow, pretty nice. Is there a Dartrix in the deck? There is, so I will, okay, no, I can't set up 2 more Decidueye. I can set up 1 more though, which is awesome. Yep. Now, I didn't get much else. I actually didn't get much else. But that's okay. I mean, I definitely want to KO the Pumpkaboo. Or do I? Actually, I might want to KO a Joltik here. Yeah, probably want to go after a Joltik just because I will have like he needs to find a stadium, and with the Dizzying Wind he might even not be able to play it down immediately. So yeah, Dizzying Wind. I love this attack. This is so fun. Let's see what my opponent can do here. Okay, we see an unknown. That's not an item card or a trainer card. Yeah, I thought it was just items, but you actually prevent supporters and stadiums as well. That's just unbelievable. Okay, puzzle of time. Heads. Darn it. Darn it. He got the double heads. I mean the 1 heads. So he's playing a double puzzle of time. He's probably going to get back the stadium and something else, but if he can't play the stadium, that would be huge. Okay, Dimension Valley and Pumpkaboo, that's fine. Please flip tails in the stadium. No, okay, so now the opposite is happening. No, stop. Yes. See, now that's okay. So he whiffed. Okay, he got everything he wanted, pretty much. I guess I should have KO'd the Pumpkaboo because it doesn't seem like he has another DCE. He only has 2 cards in hand though. So let's see if we can find a good price card here. Decidueye, wow, that's awesome. That is actually awesome. Dizzying Wind, let's use another Feather Arrow. onto the active, I guess. Nah, onto the Joltik. And okay. Dizzying Wind. This is so fun. Okay, what can my opponent do here? 3 cards. Does he have a DC? No. Darn. Well, that's not cool. That is definitely not cool. No more Venomoth fun. Why do you do this, opponent? Okay, Trainer's Mail. We find a Sycamore. We can still find another Revitalizer to keep using Venomoth. I would love to find. Wow, I do. Okay, that's cool. That is so cool. Okay. Or I can set up a 4th Decidueye. Like, if I want to win the game, I guess a 4th Decidueye would be huge. Or rather, would be game break. Oh, wait. With a 4th Decidueye, I win, right? I place. Yeah, okay. Okay, so no more Venomoth fun. I could have used Venomoth this turn, but what I want to do. Oh, I'm still missing the stadium. Oh, I did not get the stadium. Uh-oh. That is not good news, guys. That is not good news. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna have to Shaman here. Okay, I'm going all in on finding the stadium. There's still a few stadiums, right? Oh, there's only one. Okay, so I need to get actually really lucky here. Off of the next 4 cards, are there any Trainer's Mails left? Yeah, there's one, which I didn't check to see if it was in there. Okay, come on. Come on, Shaman. And nope. Damn. One ability away, guys. One ability away. One ability away, guys. One stadium away from winning this turn. If my opponent has Lysander, DCE, he wins. And yeah, Razor Leaf for the knockout. We could have cleared the bench. Ah, there's a stadium. There's a stadium we needed. Megaphone, that's fine. No more flipping for it. Random receiver. Okay. And he finds a Sycamore. Yikes. If I had found the stadium, that would have been really cool. But if he plays the Sycamore, he pretty much loses. He has to Lysander DCE. Or Catcher, I guess. Wow, he passes. Fine. Okay, so, I mean, was Venomoth game breaking? I doubt it. But it was fun. It was definitely fun. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave the video here. Let's say we went undefeated with Venomoth in Expanded. I encourage you guys to try it out. It was definitely fun. Shorter video than usual, I know, but this is a more casual series, so we had our fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on Monday for more Road to TCG Worlds action as we review what happens this weekend at Utah. I'm gonna hold off on recording some of the videos so that I can cover the top decks from that regional in case there's any surprises. So yeah, look forward to next week. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.